occupation of the Philippines by the United States of America brought many Protestant missionaries to the island. Reverend Eric Lund, a Swedish missionary supported by the American Baptist Missionary Union, and Braulio Manican, a Filipino Baptist convert in Barcelona, Spain, arrived in Iloilo City on May 3, 1900, and started their mission activities in Haro District. The Baptist mission began to spread in many parts of Panay, Romblon, and Negros, and Baptist churches were established. Churches multiplied and were organized into provincial kasapulanans or associations. On May 3, 1935, representatives of the Philippine Baptist churches and the American Baptist missionaries organized the Kasapulanan sang Bautista nga Pilipinhon, or the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches. Since its inception up to this time, the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches has grown not just into a huge religious organization, but a dynamic and relevant community of faith that serves as a center of leadership for the churches and the missionaries in their endeavor to propagate the gospel of Jesus Christ. At present, there are 1,000 CPBC member churches, one congregation in Hong Kong, and the rest are scattered all over the Philippine archipelago. 6 member institutions, 4 of which had already celebrated their centennial, and around 1,500 pastors serving the churches and institutions. The Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches envisions churches and institutions that are empowered to do holistic mission and are responsive to the needs of a community in attaining justice, peace, economic stability, and ecological sustainability as expressions of abundant life in Christ Jesus. Mandated by its mission, the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches is committed to obey the call of Christ to faithfully proclaim the gospel of reconciliation and love to all people. In order to fulfill its vision and mission, the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches has 4 programs that respectively cater to the needs of its members. These programs are the following: Christian Education and Nurture, Mission and Evangelization, Development Ministries, and Pastoral Placement, Theological Education, and Ministerial Concerns. Matters on finance and resources are handled by the business office headed by the treasurer.
Over the years, the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches has gone through different transitions and stages in its leadership and ministry. Our missional context is constantly changing, and we have been confronted with the nagging questions of how we can make sense of our own time and how we can make our organization more potent and relevant as we seek to address new challenges and opportunities ahead. Now, looking at the present organizational and program setup of our convention, we see the need for a paradigm shift. We need to transform the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches from a donation and solicitation dependent organization to a service provider organization.
The CPBC envisions a society where persons and communities are being continuously renewed, transformed, nurtured, and empowered, faithfully participating in God's redemptive act towards a fuller manifestation of God's reign. And working closely with mission partners, the CPBC, through its Christian education program, commits itself to faithfully enable congregations to understand, accept, and exemplify the Christian faith under the challenge of the present situation and realities. Assist, encourage, and challenge them to become vital and faithful Christian teaching, learning, and witnessing communities, and to prepare and support committed leaders for effective and creative ministry in God's church and the changing world. In the long term, develop a resource development program to not only cater to training needs, but more so for program sustainability.
Another thing that we would like to give emphasis is on the creation of a research, development, and publications department. We believe that successful projects and programs are products of good and scientific research. This department can also produce literature, textbooks, Bible study, and Sunday school materials for churches and our church-based schools.
The development ministries focuses on programs that are holistic and transformational so that all people can experience total and integrated development. The programs are on developing positive values, complementing spirituality with deep social consciousness, advocacy and solidarity on people's issues including environmental concerns, facilitating educational programs touching on human rights, local governance, peace and conflict transformation, enabling indigenous peoples in their struggles for development, assisting those affected by natural and man-made disasters. The development ministries, being the development arm of the CPBC, serves the whole CPBC constituency, 1,000 local congregations all over the Philippine archipelago. To be more specific, the least among Christ's sisters and brothers.
Two trusts of the CPBC missions and evangelization program is geared toward empowerment of weak local established churches, and the second one is the church planting program. So far, we have a tribal church planting program in Mindanao of about 32. They are focused in South Cotabato, Tiboli, Subanin, and northern Zamboanga area, peninsula. And we've been doing that for the last 9 years. And out of that church planting program, there are 38 established churches, including the 32 church planting program. And also, we have a widespread of church planting program in Luzon and the Visayas, numbering to 23. We are supporting them to empower local churches as their outreach program.
We also see the need to develop a more comprehensive evangelization and church planting program. We are very happy that God is opening new doors of opportunities for mission work in our neighboring Asian countries. And in fact, we have already started linking up with other organizations like the Baptist Convention of Vietnam. And in the process, we are also able to strengthen our ministries with our OFWs who are working in the different parts of Asia and even beyond.
It is the vision of this program to help pastors without churches and pastor-less churches to find their partnership and to assign them to accommodating churches that can meet their current economic needs in their life. Theological education, we would like to continue educating the pastors in the fields and making, with ministerial concerns, we look into reconciliation issues within churches, pastors and pastors, churches, congregations and congregations, and even pastors and congregations, and even look into the socio-economic welfare of our pastors. But in all this work, we look towards mutuality, the understanding of pastors' role to their congregation, and also the congregation's accountability to their shepherd.
We also see the need to establish intentional succession planning program for our convention. Succession planning means a systematic process where we identify people with high potentials to become leaders of our convention.
Being a treasurer is a very challenging position in this organization. Right now, our finances are hand to mouth, and we are also having some programs like generating resources for our convention. I am also very busy in terms of following up projects that are currently being implemented by CPBC, like the one we have in our frontage commercial area for additional resources of CPBC.
Utilization and maximization of our CPBC properties and other resources to make them more productive and become major sources of our revenues. And then second, we need to create our local-based and sustainable income-generating projects. We also would like to emphasize participatory and shared leadership. And that means listening to God's voice from different situations, groups, and individuals, and even to our critics. It means a leadership that provides enough space for our constituents to contribute their ideas and skills toward the fulfillment of our vision. With this, we seek to cultivate a culture of dialogue, sharing and consultation with church and institutional leaders, kasapulanans and auxiliary organizations to promote the spirit of collaboration rather than competition. We also see the need to strengthen our ministers' continuing theological education and pastoral placement program. Right now, we are in the process of conducting our training need assessment program to see to it that the curriculum that we are going to make would truly suit the need of our pastors and our churches out there in the field. We also want to strengthen our linkages and partnership with other organizations who share with our vision, and we are very happy that over the years we have been enjoying our mission partnership with the international ministries of the American Baptist Churches of USA, and through this partnership we are able to address different issues and concerns that confront our organization, and we hope to expand this partnership to include not only mission work here in the Philippines but also in other parts of Asia. And so I would like to challenge our churches and all our CPBC constituents, and I also would like to make an appeal to IM and to the American Baptist Churches of USA to partner with us and to help us attain our vision for CPBC. Thank you and God bless.
Building on what our convention has already achieved so far through the efforts of those who came before us, we are faced with our own challenge to keep the vision and help bring us nearer to our goals. It is heartening to note the warm response of our churches to the invitation to participate in the Lord's work and engage in holistic ministries. A lot of opportunities and possibilities to pursue our goals are opening up to us. It is my prayer that with these opportunities and challenges, and even odds that may come our way, we keep faith in each other so that together we can engage in ministries of love, justice and peace, and restoration of the wholeness of God's creation. God bless us all. God bless the Convention of Philippine Baptist Churches.